Hey dudes and chicks, and neither if those rules don't apply to you, welcome to Big for Last Time. My name is Katie. Today I am going to be not popping this palette cherry. Today I'm just going to be doing a fucking shit talking, get ready with me, using the Vivid Rose palette. Hey girl, what you do with that mouth?
Talk a lot of shit, eat a lot of tacos, eat a lot of tacos, and talk a lot of shit.
I use this palette to get this look. I just said a bunch of shit. I have actually no idea what I said at this point. If you're interested in hearing what little tiny bits I reveal, or what my final thoughts on this palette are, or if you want to see how I got this look, then hang out. I'm going to use my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Primer, which is what I use every single day. I love it because it just feels like a moisturizer. I don't know, it smells so good and it just makes my skin feel so great. And I basically just put it on, like, I don't like put it on how other people, I just literally put it all over everything. I use only green skincare products, so usually, like, I know that those products defend against chemicals that are in the products that I use, so like I know that that's good, but I also feel like there's good shit in this primer that is good and like moisturizing and hydrating, and I'm just gonna give that a second. I'm going out to my school to visit my teachers today, so I'm super excited to see them and I miss them so much. I built like such great relationships with them. I'm gonna use my fingers to apply my Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Tinted Moisturizer by ColourPop. I just put a full squirt, which actually that was a really big squirt. They're not usually that big. And then I'm just gonna do this and really just like not fuck around, you know what I mean, with the Beauty Blender, which don't get me wrong, I love the Juno & Co. Beauty Blender. It works so good. But I also feel like I get a little bit more coverage when I use my fingers with this, which is cool. Light coverage is good, but a little bit heavier coverage is good as well. And then I just go in my smile lines and kind of tap it out. God, that was a big squirt. That's a lot of coverage for me. I really don't like full coverage or even medium coverage. It makes me look older than what I am. I like to even out my skin tone and give it that like velvety, it looks a little bit velvety when I put products on my skin. And I like evening out my skin tone, but not at the expense of accenting my fine lines and stuff. So if any of you guys have problems with that, this ColourPop Tinted Moisturizer is the answer. Oh, fuck. I didn't do my eyebrows yet. I'm not doing my eyebrows on camera. That would be ridiculous. Shit. So I'm using my Arbonne Setting Pretty Translucent Setting Powder. It is the best. It has a little tiny, like, not a sparkle. It has the faintest bit of sparkle that makes my skin look more hydrated and luminous. And in the sun, I look a little bit magical, which I am a little bit magical, so it works really good. And then I just use the Arbonne brush that came with it. And then I just go right here, barely on my eyes, and then get my nose really good. I'm running late because I had a plan this morning. You guys know, you wake up with a plan. You're going to change your whole life every single night before you go to bed. Tomorrow's going to be the day that you do all these things and like create all these good habits. Just a tiny bit right there, and then I have a scar. If you guys are ever wondering, this is a scar in the middle of my forehead. So I know it looks like I spent my whole life like this because I did, but that's not what that's from. And then with my Lime Crime brush right here, I'm going to use my Physicians Formula bronzer in the color Bronzer, the Butter Bronzer. It's the only one I use. Every once in a while I use the Hourglass one. And I don't necessarily contour with this. What I do is I get the high points and I go all the way up so that I don't have a line right there. I like this bronzer because it barely shows. Like, you can barely see it's there. It literally just adds the color to your skin back. The color that's diminished by your foundation, this like just barely adds it back. So I don't like to look bronzed. I feel like bronzing too much bronzer adds age. Which, I'm not trying to look any younger, but I ain't trying to look any fucking older either. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm not gonna put my blush on yet because I don't fucking know which blush I wanna use. I'm gonna do my brows off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, I hurried so that I could hurry up and get back because here's the deal. So I have to take a photo of myself for my job's website, and so I'm gonna do something a little bit like really close to that look I did the other day that I loved so much. You guys might find it boring. If you guys don't wanna sit through it, I totally get it. It's actually gonna be a little bit cooler tone than that one. I'm going to prime my eyes, and I'm actually gonna use the ABH primer because I tried to look with this palette yesterday. I'm gonna be using the Vivid Rose palette. I'm not that impressed by it, honestly. I don't mean to be rude, like I don't mean to be non-supportive. The brand is great, the quality is great. That might have been the end of my ABH primer. Great, now I'll have no solutions. So, and I'm just using this Beely fatty brush. I always get a little bit more on one side than the other, so I'm gonna try to even that up a little bit. So I tried to film this look yesterday, or not this look, but a different look. The look that screamed to me when I saw this palette, it didn't fucking work out. So I decided I was gonna look at the pictures, see what I had, and if I liked the pictures, I would upload the video. And the pictures were good, but the look drove me crazy so bad while I was like in the car and out in the real world that I can't upload it. My daughter was like, I love it. I love that look. So me and my daughter have this running joke where every time I do a look that she loves, I don't like it. And every time I do a look that I love, she doesn't like it. So it's likely that the look was pretty good, but I realized today, this morning, as I was thinking what it was about the look that I didn't like. And honestly, in the beginning of the video, I said, I'm going to do something that's not going to work. And it's been a long time since blah, blah, blah. You guys haven't heard me say that for a long time. Well, it actually didn't work. And so I might redo it and like leave out the color that I feel like was problematic. Not because of the quality of the shadow, but because of the hue. I mixed this color right here. I used that. And then I mixed it with this one. And I feel like the red tones mixed with the blue tones in this really muddied it up. And so it just looked really muddy and it was like actually a fucking huge mess. It sucked. So now I'm going to do a look that I feel like it's really this quadrant right here. And Annette already was like, she did a video and was like, I'm going to use this quadrant right here. And I was like, that was not the colors that called to me at all. But because I have to take this photo today, and I am like kind of loving those like more cool toned airy looks, I'm just going to use that quadrant because fuck it. So there. I'm going to go in with my Jessup 221 and I'm gonna go into the color He Loves Me, and I'm just gonna put that in my crease and maybe go above my crease with it, but I'm not sure because it's pretty fucking cool toned. So, oh no, that's nice. I saw a picture posted by Alyssa Marie Artistry on Instagram, and she was wearing one of those light airy looks, and it actually looked very similar to the look that I did with Made by Mitchell palette. And so I was like, fuck, I'm really into those light airy looks lately. And she was like, me too. So I'll post the pic of it so that you guys can see it. But she did a dramatic wing, and dramatic wings don't really work on me because I have such hooded eyes that they just look like a fucking crooked ass old country road. So I am going to use this shadow. Okay, so here's what happened. I did this look yesterday and it muddied up and I didn't really like it that much. And so it kind of fucked up my already hectic filming schedule because I'm doing another 3 looks with the Head in the Clouds palette. And you guys know I get so stifled by 3 looks videos because it's like it's such a commitment, and then I have to like use the same palette over and over and over again even when I don't want to. And it throws me off because if I don't want to do my makeup a certain way, then I don't want to do my makeup a certain way. I don't want to get up and do my makeup using palettes that I don't want to use. So it like messes me up a little bit. The thing about this ABH primer is that once it creases, it's really creased. So I don't like that, but here, let's get some fucking shadow in there, bitch, before it fucking glues your fucking eyes shut. Yeah, this is a really wearable cool tone pink, so that's nice. My friend, my good friend, just got out of prison like probably a week ago or whatever, so I've been kind of going to my hometown to visit him. Well, I went there last weekend and he already has COVID. But I'll tell you right now, the thing about trauma survivors, we'll just call them trauma survivors, they're fucking tough. So he called into his boss and he said, I can't come to work, I have COVID. And his boss was like, we've all already fucking had it, get your ass to work. So he literally is a concrete worker, like working through COVID. It's fucking hilarious. But I'm so happy that he's out, and he actually seems to be doing really good, which that's never, when addicts get clean, it's such a miracle. Like when they make it through probation and like all the hoops that you have to jump through and like staying out, like getting out and making it through paper time and shit like that, it's almost impossible. So if he makes it, I'm going to be so happy. But I don't put that on people. I want to use, I'm using bigger brushes to kind of get that soft feathery look. So I'm going to use this Jessup 228. And I'm going to go into the color Talk Dirty to Me. Now, this is where shit's going to get real because this is a little bit more of that gray color. So this is where we go from looking cute to looking dead. And I'm just going to place that. And yeah, I had a feeling this was going to be a lot more pigmented than what it looks like. So I think I'm just going to use this as my depth for my crease shade. Maybe. Because the big difference between this look and the look I did with the Made by Mitchell palette is going to be, God, that ABH primer is really like, feels like it's really holding on to my brush. Is that I'm going to use NYX Glitter Primer for the shimmer. So this is going to look different than that, and I don't know if this is going to give me enough depth to offset the drama that is going to ensue when I add that shimmer. So essentially, I mean, you guys are getting to know me pretty well. I bought this palette for the color Guns N' Roses. As you can see, it's dipped the house. I put it on and it just didn't work. Like, it was so dark and it didn't, I don't know, it just didn't do what I wanted it to do because I didn't use NYX Glitter Primer. So basically, like, I just fucked the dog and sold the pups on that entire look. And I'm only doing this boring ass look as a get ready with me so I can just shoot the shit with you guys because I don't want to stop uploading videos, and I fucked that look up and it fucked my schedule up. So I didn't get it uploaded. I wanted to upload it yesterday, but I couldn't. I'm just using my Jessup 221 again to go in and blend out this shade, which doesn't really need blend, but I mean, it did a little. That looks pretty. I might add a little bit. God, I'm sweating. It's my coffee. So yeah. I'm just so fucking excited that my friend is out of prison, dude. Like, he sat 9 years. He got 9 years Fed time. And so Fed time, you have to do, I think, 85% of your time. So basically, he's been in prison since I've been clean. And maybe even a little bit longer, actually. I'll have 9 years in February. So I'm going to use my Rephr number 2. And I'm going to take the color Spill the Tea Rose. Spill the Tea Rose. And I'm going to just see what that looks like on my brow bone. Oh, it looks like I'm getting married. Boo. Oh, I don't like that at all. That fucked it up. No. So I'm just trying all these new things. And that's the other thing, is I tried these new techniques yesterday when I did that video. And I mean, honestly, it's not that they didn't work. It's that they didn't really do this palette the justice that I feel like I needed to do for it to actually properly like review this, or at least give you guys a good taste of like what this palette is all about. So I decided to redo something which it's not really that, oh man, that color is bomb. And I'm just bringing this up above my burly ass brow bone to make it look like I have more shadow coming down so that my brow bone doesn't look so crazy ass big. I want to start using some like different techniques and stuff. Like, I don't want to get bored. I don't want to sit here. I can't do the same thing over and over again and be entertained by it. If I'm not inspired to use my makeup, then what the fuck am I doing here? So I'm just going to follow my heart with this and hope that you guys are still like entertained by it. I'm fucking tired of chasing palettes. I'm going to tell you that right fucking now. This palette is good. I have several that are just as good. So I'm not regretful that I bought it. And also, like, I just feel like, yeah, I need to transition into something else. I'm not like going on a low buy or a no buy. That's not who I am. I love buying shit. I have a fucking makeup addiction that's real. And when it starts to get uncomfortable, I need to make some changes. So I think that's more where I'm at than anything. Okay, this looks a little too wedding-y for me, so I might have to do something to change that, but let's see. See, this palette, it's like telling me what to do. I don't fucking like it when palettes tell me what to do. So like it's saying like either work here or work here, because these are your cool tones and these are your warm tones. And I'm here to tell you, yesterday I tried to fucking not let this palette push me the fuck around and it didn't work. So it pushed back and it was real. So I don't like that when palettes tell me what to do. So that's like a thing for me. I didn't realize that it was worded that exact way until today. Now, a lot of people do like it when palettes tell them what to do because they like it spelled out for them. Even before I knew how to make up my own like color stories on my eyes, I knew that I wanted to be able to. I wanted to be able to like see colors and pull them together on my own. And so palettes that spell it out for me, they're not that interesting to me. I'm gonna go into the color He Loves Me Not, and I'm gonna run that along my lower lash line. Ooh, I forgot. This one, there's a lot of kick up. In fact, the more pigmented shadows, there's a lot of kick up. So this color is the bomb. Now, I might throw some of this in my outer V if the color that I'm going to use as my shimmer gets a little crazy. If it gets too hectic on my lid, then I'm going to throw this in there. So I got my new planner last night in the mail for 2021, and I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about this coming up year. I don't believe that I don't believe that it's externals that change the way we feel. I believe that it's internal that changes the way we feel. And so like, even though coronavirus has posed a lot of like challenges and like a lot of people are down, fuck, I was down, you know what I mean? But I also believe that like that shit's all inside. It's in you. You're either gonna like rise to the occasion and it's gonna build character, or you're gonna sink. Like, and so that all depends on what's inside of you. So anyways, I'm super excited about 2021. I'm going to use my Jessup 228, and I'm just going to carefully use that to blend this out. But I'm doing it carefully because I know that if I fuck around, I'm going to look like a fucking zombie, which I don't mind. I actually enjoy. But I have to take these pictures today and I don't want to look too weird. And I'm just pulling that up so that I get that little bit of lift on the backside right there. Pulling it to my temple. And then I'm going to go into He Loves Me, that lightest. Anyway, I got my new planner, and if you guys are looking for a game changer, get the Passion Planner. I'll link it down below. I have been using a Passion Planner for like 5 years. I like literally like, it's such a big part of my life. And like, even when I don't use it, I know that like when I do use it, it just makes everything seem so clear. So last night I got my new Passion Planner. So I got into my current one and I actually like wrote down exactly what shit I want to film. Because quite frankly, I have so much shit. When I sit down and I look at all my palettes, I get totally confused and overwhelmed. And so it was cool to just make a schedule. And I feel like that's oftentimes we have all this stuff like floating around in our heads. When we actually like take the time to write it all down, then we don't have to sit there and stress about it anymore. I took a time management course like a long time ago, like when I was still using, because I thought time management was my problem. Anything but the drugs. And so I like paid a lot of money to take a Franklin Covey time management workshop. And like, I learned that like when we have all that stuff floating around in our head, it makes us feel overwhelmed and non-productive. And like the minute we write it down, it becomes less stressful for us because we're not like sitting there trying to remember everything. We just have to write it down to get it the fuck out of your mind. And I don't know about your guys' mind, but my mind is a bad fucking neighborhood when there's too much rattling around in there. So yeah, so a passion planner is like a total game changer. It lets you like mind map out your goals and like do the things that are important to you and make sure that like all of your tasks are like pushing your goals forward. And I don't know, it's a really fun planner. I was gonna do a game changer video like as far as like my products, and I was just gonna throw that in there. So I'll just throw it in there now, and there you go. You're welcome. Because if you fucking get one and you use it, it will change your life. I guarantee it. Okay, I'm gonna use my NYX Glitter Primer, and this is where shit's gonna get real because I'm gonna figure out if I need to add more depth or if this is gonna look like shit. And I'm just patting this on because I'm not gonna get, and then I'm gonna go into the color Pedal to the Metal. And I'm not taking this above my crease. Well, maybe a little, but not on purpose. Yeah, I definitely need to add more drama to the outer V. So I'm gonna use my Crown C528, and I'm gonna go into the color He Loves Me Not, and I'm just gonna barely and then not so barely. I guess the truth about 2020 is that there was releases this year that can't be touched. They just can't. Ooh, I might have fucking overdid it on that. I just gave that a little spray. So that's like the thing. There's 2 products that I want to purchase before the end of the year. And then just because I missed out on them, I want that Kaleidos highlighter. It's way too expensive. It's total bullshit. But I want it. And then I want I'm just going to spray my brush because I feel like and I might have fucked up by doing that, but I just want them to look the same. I dig that. I dig it. So I want that Kaleidos highlighter. I can't really afford it, but I'm getting it. And then I want that fucking Jolie Beauty Sorceress palette. So I'm going to do what I need to do to make those 2 purchases before the end of the year. I'm just going into He Loves Me Not and adding that dimension in the outer V as well. And then once I got the Beetlejuice palettes coming, and I've been holding off on, ooh, I overdid it. Damn it. Because I couldn't fucking stop myself. I had it. I had it. Come here. I wasn't going to get them. I was perfectly happy. I knew they're a one-trick pony, but then I thought they're going to sell out and I'm going to be pissed that I missed them. I made a calculated measurement of, is the pissed off that I missed out on them going to be worse than the pissed off that I paid the money for them and they're a one-trick pony? Like, which is going to be greater? And I thought the pissed off that I missed them and I'll never know is going to be greater. Especially when I've seen so many people reviewing the Beetlejuice palettes, and no offense, like I'm not saying any offense, but they're like, I don't even really like Beetlejuice. And I'm like, I fucking love Beetlejuice. I do a Beetlejuice look every single year. I'm an 80s kid. Like, I grew up with Beetlejuice. Like, that's my shit. I thought, am I going to be madder that I didn't get it and missed it? Absolutely. And so at the last minute, which is why it's I won't have mine for quite a while. They've been shipped, but they're not transiting yet. So I might not have them till next year, but I'm going to hold out to do my year-long favorites as long as I can to see if they make it. I have a feeling even if I don't like them, they're still going to make it into my favorites. What is it with me and Melt? It's their aesthetic and their color stories. And like, even though the quality never works for me that good, I want it to so bad. It's like I say, it's like that boyfriend and you just want him to change. Like, you see the potential and you know they're like a really great guy on the inside, but then like, why can't they stop beating you? So yeah, anyways, I need to use something a little bit. I need to go back in with this and like blend this out. And I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at it. It's a little boring for me, and like it's pretty spelled out. I don't like it. I don't like it that this palette told me to do this and I just did it, like complicitly did it. But I'm not mad at it. This look looks pretty. I'm gonna use my Get Wet Skin Sheen, or my Get Wet highlighter in Do You, and see what happens. I'm just gonna use this Crown C528 again. I like pulling down my inner corner highlight a lot. Kind of makes it more me, I feel like. I think I'm going to use, oh, should I use Cloudberry or Sugarberry? Which one? This one or this one? I can hear you guys. I can hear you guys going, da, 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 da. I'm going to use Sugarberry, the lighter one. It's a little more purple. Oh. Little on the nose. Little on the chin, little on the forehead. You're turning violet, Violet. Okay, I am gonna use this Do You as my highlighter. Fuck. I'm going to use my LA Girl Neon Shockwave eyeliner in the color Vivid. It's this purple. And then I'm going to use the color Grim on my lips. Shaking it, give a little shaky poo. No, you don't. Okay, I'm going to do my lashes off camera, throw some earrings in, and I'll be back when I'm done. Oh my god, this is going to be the longest video of all time. I literally couldn't stop myself. I fucking snuck and I grabbed this Mitchell E1 and I just dipped into that color He Loves Me Not, and I literally feel like this is like one of the best brushes I've ever used already. Look at how perfect that is. The length of the bristles is like perfect, and the size of it, oh my god. And also that looks way better with that more product in there, because that looked like shit. That light airy look only works if you don't add too much shimmer. So most of you won't even see this part of this video, because my videos usually only get watched about halfway through. But I know the people that watch my videos all the way through, and so you're gonna get this little gem, because this fucking brush right here is a winner. Holy shit. And I'm just taking that color above my protruding fucking burly brow bone. God, this brush. And look at how good that looks too. I can't. I'm just gonna take that Jessup. So a lot of times while I'm sitting here with the camera off, not a lot of times, more recently, because I feel like I've been more interested in doing my makeup and less interested in, like, you know, the heart of what drives this is my love of makeup. And so like when filming like stifles my love of makeup, then my channel's gonna suck. I want my channel to be good, and so it has to be fueled by passion and love, not fucking stress and fucking fear. Fear feels powerful, but it isn't. Love and passion is powerful. And so fear is powerful enough to like motivate you temporarily, but it's not sustainable. Fear is not a sustainable fucking motivation. I know, because I fucking have been very afraid to lose my freedom several times, and in the end, fear did not sustain my recovery. It had to be like a connection and spirituality and love. Wow, that made a huge difference. that actually gave me something that I like. Oh, I need to, this brush, holy fuck. Probably the last like 5 videos I've done, when I got off camera, I was like, well, maybe I just want to grab a little bit of this, or sorry. Sometimes my looks take too long for videos. Like, it just takes too long. And so like, I want my videos to be like palatable and not like way too long. So like, if it's going to take too long to do exactly what I want, right? But it's usually just like an extra blend here. It's not like adding colors. When I add colors, I usually like mention it unless I forget. But like, it's just a blend. Like if the blend isn't perfect, like I can't stand it. So like I do a little bit of blending off camera. So, okay, the big admission. But it's really just been recently. Like I've tried my hardest this whole time to just make sure that what you guys see on film is what I'm actually doing. But like the last 5 times I've done my makeup, like I've not been able to stop myself. This fucking brush, holy fuck. Bomb. I didn't have enough money to get them when they came out, so I got them on the Black Friday sale. Man, this brush. Woo! I'll be right back. So this is the finished look. I used my Rouge and Rogue eye wigs in Noirella, and you guys saw the whole rest of the process. So anyways, I think it looks really good. I'm super happy with it. I will say that I feel like this palette is alright. It's alright. It's not like the best palette that I've ever used. It's okay. It's a good palette. Is it worth $45 to me? No, it isn't. And this is the second time I've used it. And the colors are pretty. They're super pretty. Honestly, I need to use this color with in a different manner than what I used it. I might do a different look with it. It's super discouraging to me because I was so fucking excited to film this look, and then it didn't work out that well for me. And then, so I was so excited to film with this palette. I want to try what I tried the first time over again and do it a little bit differently. So if I have time, I'm gonna do that. I don't want you guys to be like, not go get this palette. For me, in my collection, it's I mean, it's just not that special. I'm so sorry. I feel like I shouldn't even say that to you guys. I'm so sorry if that like disappoints you guys. I don't want to disappoint anybody, but I have to be honest, like this palette just isn't. I thought it was gonna be like, I thought it was gonna make my fucking top of the year, and it's good. It's a good palette. The shadows are pigmented. They blend really well. It's not like anything that like literally, it's not like a standout palette for me at this point, but it's good. And if the color story speaks to you and I mean, if you need to have it, like I had to have it, like I could not let it go. So I'm not mad at it, but I'm not like super wowed by it. I feel like the shimmers are good. And also I've used shimmers that like, fuck, those BH Cosmetics shimmers made me shit my fucking pants practically right in front of you. So like, I don't know how to like gauge this except to say that it's a good palette. The shadows are pigmented, they're blendable, they do really well. And also like, I'm not like shitting my pants at how fucking good it is. So the color story is nice. It's not an affordable palette. If you guys love Give Me Glow's formula, which honestly, like I think the formula is good. And also I wasn't completely dazzled by its blendability. And using the ABH primer made it work a lot better for me. But using my P. Louise primer yesterday, I didn't like struggle to blend it out, but it didn't blend out like a dream either. So I guess I don't know what else to say. I don't want everybody to be like sad that I said those things, but like this palette isn't like it's not like the standout palette of the year. I need to use this color with a look on its own, and I wanted to do something different with it, and I tried to do it yesterday and it didn't work out for me. So that is probably a really unpopular opinion. This palette is good. And also, like, I have brands that are my favorites that are, this is only the second palette I've ever bought from Give Me Glow, so whatever. I'm just going on and on and on. It's a good palette. It's blendable. It works really well. It's pigmented. It's worth $45, just not to me. And so I bought it because I couldn't not buy it, and I don't regret buying it, but it's not going in my tops of the year. So that's like I'm not like trying to put it down. It's a good palette. So anyways, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you can handle handle fucking me saying that Give Me Glow, fucking this Give Me Glow palette is just a good palette, just good. And because you can't wait to hear what shit comes out of my mouth next time. And hit the like button if you like this look, or if you just like my sparkling personality and not so sparkling sometimes, and my boyish charm. And hang out with me in the comments because I fucking love it. Even if you disagree with my opinion on the Vivid Rose palette, it's a good palette. Like, if you can't not get it, get it. You're not gonna be sorry. So, having said all that, I don't know if how I'm gonna deal with my video yesterday. I feel like I don't want to just completely lose it. I might upload it on, I might post it on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see my look that I did yesterday there. You guys are probably all gonna be like, that look is fucking great. What are you talking about? So anyways, if I post it and I get that response, I might upload the video. I'm not gonna completely scrap it yet. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. You could have been anywhere, but you were here spending a long time listening to me run my mouth. Later.